My name is Leanne Stieber, and the unit study that I have developed is for grade 4, and it is around the Texas history. The evidence-based strategy that I will be demonstrating is a graphic organizer, specifically a cause and effect graphic organizer. The TXHist in which I am aligning my lesson is a social studies TXHist, and it says students understand the reasons and impacts of the Spanish exploration and the colonization of Texas. In this demonstration, I will be modeling the use of the cause and effect graphic organizer, which will help students visually connect events and their outcomes to strengthen their comprehension of those events and their outcomes. Research supports the use of graphic organizers to help improve higher level thinking. So this mock lesson is part of a 4th grade Texas history unit on early Texas exploration and settlement. The segment of the unit study that I will be performing will show how Spanish explorers' motives had a lasting impact on the establishment of missions and settlements in the state of Texas. I just want to make a quick note about differentiation and assessment. In my actual unit study, I did make provision for students who have exceptionalities as well as gifted and talented students. However, since this is a timed presentation, I will not be able to convey those options. And I also wanted to mention about the assessment. The planned assessment that I have associated with this unit study involves identifying the cause and effect relationships during the Texas Revolution and explaining historical impact in short answer questions. Alrighty, class, let's get started. So last time we looked at various Native American groups who lived in Texas and how geography influenced their lives. And today we're going to be looking at why the Spanish explorers came to Texas, and we're going to describe the impact that their exploration had. So I want to have you read this lesson objective with me. I can explain why the Spanish explorers came to Texas and describe the impact that it had. So that's what we're going to be learning today. So we'll be using a cause and effect graphic organizer, which is right here. I'll explain it in a little bit. So this is the graphic organizer that we will be using to help us understand the relationship between the Spanish explorers' arrival and the resulting impact that it had on the Native Americans. So you've already gotten your lap books out. And I would like for you to open up the section that says exploration routes. All right, so oftentimes historians will summarize the reasons for Spanish exploration in these 3 words: God, gold, and glory. So you're going to want to commit those 3 words to your memory. Remember, God, gold, and glory. On your cause and effect charts, you're going to see 2 columns. In the first column, we're going to write the cause, or the reason, or the motivation is a better word in this case, for that something happened. And in the second column, we're going to be writing the effect or the result of that motivation and what happened as a result of it. So I'm going to be modeling for you how to fill in this first example that we have. And I'm going to just write here. Hang on, here's our sentence stem. So I have here our sentence stem, which I'll put right here. And it says Spanish explorers came for blank, and this led to blank. And so we're going to just fill this in on our graphic organizer. And the first one is going to be, we've already read the passage. And so we learned that the Spanish explorers came for, and it's in our 3 words, remember? It was gold, yep, and new lands. Yes, they came for the gold and new lands. And this resulted, what do you think that coming for gold and new lands, what of those 3 words do you think gold and new lands falls under? And there's a big hint in there. Yes, that's right, gold. So obviously coming for gold and new lands, that falls under the category of gold. So you're going to rewriting, the Spanish explorers came for gold and new lands. And this led to the explorers coming to Texas to search for gold and resources. And so that's how that's going to be filled out on here. So this is what's going to be written in column 1 of your graphic organizer. That first part right here. And then the second part is going to be written in the second column. Okay, let's do the second one together. All right, let's think about what might have happened after the Spanish arrival. So if you need some help, you can reference paragraph 3 of the passage that we read together. So remember our sentence starter. I'm going to remove this. Spanish explorers came for blank, and this led to blank. All right, so let's look for that. The Spanish explorers came for Fame and recognition. Yes, yes, that's good. And the effect was what? They came for fame and recognition. And what did that lead to? Yes, they claimed new lands for their king or their country, right? So they claimed new lands for their king. So we're using our sentence stem. The Spanish explorers came for fame and recognition, and that led to them claiming lands for their king. Now, do you think that that's going to fall under gold, God, or glory? What do you think? Actually, this one isn't gold. It's actually glory. Yep. Can anybody tell me why this one is not gold? Very, very good. Yes, because we're talking about fame, right? So that has something more to do with glory, right? You want the recognition and all of the accolades coming your way. So yes, exactly. All right. So now it's your turn to fill in one more. So next to you is your shoulder partner, and I'm going to have you read the passage and find one Spanish explorer and identify another cause and effect relationship. If you need any help, don't forget to use your sentence stem. I'll be coming around to offer some help. All right. So did anybody find anything? Oh, very, very good. I love that. Yes, the Spanish explorers came to spread Christianity. That's exactly what we talked about, right? So they came to spread Christianity. And what did that lead to? Yes, I love how you've expressed your thoughts there. That's really good. So the priests came and they built missions to teach the Native Americans about their faith, right? So that falls under the category of which? God, gold, or glory? What do you think? Yeah. Yep, I agree. 100% God in that one. All right, very good. So you can see that this God, gold, and glory is a common theme and a common thread throughout the Spanish exploration. All right, so now let's think about what all of this means. So raise your hand if you know the answer to this. Who were some of the Spanish explorers that we studied? You can look at your handout. Yep, very, very good. All right, so then here's another question. What were the goals of the Spanish explorers? Yep, you guys know those by heart already, don't you? Very, very good. I'm very proud of you. All right, now here's another question. This is a little bit more of a question that you're going to need to refer to your chart, your cause and effect chart that we filled out. Here is what effects, again, the word effects, did the Spanish missions have on the native tribes? Yep. There was a lot of Native Americans. Yep, you're right. Exactly. Very, very good. All right. So then here I have an opinion question for you, and just raise your hand if you know the answer. Was Spanish exploration more helpful or more harmful to Texas? Raise your hand if you have a thought on that. Yes, very good. I like your ideas. Does anybody have a different idea on what that might look like? On what you think? Yes, very good. I like that. I like that idea. Very good. All right, so here's another idea. Here's another question for you guys. If you were an explorer, what would motivate you to motivate you the most? Do you think it would be the God, the gold, or the glory? Raise your hand if you have a thought as to what your main motivator is. It has to be one of those three. Raise your hand and tell me what you think would be your main motivator in that. That's interesting. Okay. All right, I can see that. Very good. Yes, very good. All right, so now let's just wrap up by revisiting our learning objective. You guys remember what we started our lesson with? It was, I can explain why the Spanish explorers came to Texas and describe the impact that it had. And so today we learned about Spanish exploration, and how that exploration brought both growth and change to Texas. We had missions, we just talked about that, new trade routes, and cultural blending that shaped Texas history. That's right. So you've completed your cause and effect graphic organizer, and I want you to add that to your lap book. So just open up your lap book and just take your glue stick and put that in. And then next time we meet, we're going to be looking at the routes that a few of the more famous Spanish explorers took to get from Spain to Texas and where they traveled once they got here. Nice job, historians.